Yeah, it's Mateo.
I got no legs.
Now,
Are we talking to this lady?
that's up to you
Um,
if you really want to, or you can leave her behind
oh,
and leave her be. It's up to you.
um,
Just drifting towards her.
So, real quick, while they're drifting, what did I miss while my computer was dying?
Nothing much, just athletics check, but since your squirrel form allows you to be smaller, the dragon family has brought you across without having to make you do an athletics check.
Oh, perfect. Thank you,
I'm
Dragon
so sorry
Family.
that
hello there.
You scare the living shit out of her with the way that you uh came up behind her as she was just minding her own business. As you see her jump up and you hear her gasp. Hey, hello? Um,
My, my apologies. I did not mean to scare you. How are you?
well, she's kind of a loss of words to the situation that's been dropped upon her. I'm I'm doing well. Can I help you?
Laughing too much. Hold on. I gotta collect myself. I forgot what we were asking.
It's okay. It's
Uh,
okay.
She now looks at you, wondering where your thoughts went, as you give her the blank stare of your ideal leaving your mind. It just starts to wave a hand in front of you, trying to see if you give her any sort of reaction.
Were we pause? This is not in character. Are we asking where the goblins are? Is that what we're doing?
Uh, is that what you're doing?
I thought that's what we were doing. That's why I approached her. Or
Well,
are we taking her? Not forcefully, but like
Are we taking her? All right, you're gonna be. She just goes, "Oh yeah, you're coming with us." Drags over. What the fuck?
I mean, we've done that before.
Of course you have.
yeah, Johnny.
I'm waiting for what you're going to ask her or say.
I'll ask about the goblin.
Maybe start with a
I'll
what
keep.
you're doing. What are you doing out here?
Oh yeah, what are you doing?
With the sudden burst of that, the question of how you phrased it, it makes her jump again. And she, slightly trembling, like not overly done, but it's slightly noticeable. She just goes, I'm just picking stuff for like alchemy. I make potions for the sick and trying to heal them.
Another healer. That's good. That's good. Um, sorry. Have you heard about any goblins around in this area?
I got goblins. Very little. I've heard that there's something nearby of an encampment, a small branch of them. What is this perception check, Cheeky?
To see if she's telling the truth.
Okay, well that wouldn't be perception, that would be insight.
Okay, hang on then. Insight. Even better.
She's telling the truth. She's even with the slight tremble to her voice, having this random. How tall are you?
7'6".
Oh yeah, yeah. That scares the living shit out of her. With someone being that tall close to her,
And Paul even
because she's only 5'8".
Oh my gosh. I scared this poor soul. Anyway,
It's okay. I come out of the tree. I'm like, it's okay. We're not here to harm you. We're just here to gather information.
How quickly do you come out of the tree?
Slowly enough. Slowly.
Okay, it doesn't scare her, but the fact that there's a talking squirrel now is just making her wonder if she's even properly thinking now.
It's okay.
hallucinated.
does Evelyn have an erasing memory spell? I don't
What?
think so.
I can't understand what you're saying.
She asked if there's an erasing memory spell.
Yeah, honest.
It exists.
Okay, I will be truthful with you. Yes, there is such a spell. Do you have it? I have no fucking clue.
I have
Uh,
dream, but that's about it.
I'm sorry. This is our first assignment. We're new to the area. We're just looking for the goblin encampment. We're sorry we're not used to people being alone and out in the forest by themselves. Forgive us for our suddenness. And yes, I am a talking squirrel. I am a dusktail.
Uh, well, I think uh can someone do a survival check real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I just
Boop.
deleted Evelyn's page. No, I can't.
Ah,
A 9. Yeah, you don't see anything. Nothing in the ground that would
here are
help.
4 furs from my tail to help you with your alchemy. I'm sorry for bothering you.
Uh, Thank you. Um,
Those
I
should fetch a pretty price in this area for 4 dusttail.
um, I either pass me to the left or keep following the path. You might find the goblins. Maybe I don't know. I don't deal with that kind of stuff.
Okay, thank
You
you.
want to?
Uh, Preferably not.
Hmm.
I foresee we will add another part member shortly, but she may not be. She's an alchemist. Thank you.
Very,
Sorry.
very well.
Yeah, you're welcome. As she goes back to collecting her shrooms and weeds and whatever else.
She has
Maybe
four
even some
fur from the tail
dandelions.
of a dusttail, so she's good. The alchemy behind that.
So, are you following the path or are you going to go through the tree line that she pointed out?
The tree line.
All right.
But that's my vote because I'm a squirrel.
Because
But
I'm a squirrel.
Can't I just go
dusttail.
perception? Can we just roll a perception to see like which one we can perceive to be better?
That would be survival to see if you could see any tracks if they've left behind any. Hence why I asked for it earlier.
Oh.
I'm not going to count that because you already did your roll, cheeky.
God damn it. Also, fur from the tail of a dusktail helps with agility potions. Boop.
Okay, okay, calm down. Do that on attacks, like goddamn. Um, you can clearly see that in the tree line, that's where the pathing leads towards the camp.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
That's the path, but whatever.
So I say we take that route.
Oh, it's a puppy dog. Morgs.
Puppy.
Many puppy dogs.
Lovely dogs.
I want wargs. They're puppies. Not be confused with pretty puppy.
That sucked. Inspiration.
Oh yeah, I
Investigation.
probably should have mentioned that before.
Oh ha
Um,
ha!
Apparently that doesn't do anything. I got. Hold on. Hold on. Let me.
okay, everyone, just calm down for a second. I'll
Use my
brief.
sons. Use my sons.
Use mine.
Oh my
Use mine.
god.
I got a natty plus my advantage.
Okay, first
Oh,
off,
so confused.
inspirations. We're rolling them as Puppy did in her campaign, which means everyone gets at least one with each session that you join,
Okay.
and you have to keep track of them on your own.
Okay.
2, so we're having one person do an investigation check. So who are we having it?
I have a +5 to investigation.
Okay, but with all the rolls that we already have now, which one are we using?
Let's use
Oh.
mine. Because
Yeah.
it's a natty 20 with the 4 advantage. So it's a natty 20.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you can see, you are all very clearly outnumbered to the goblins. Many of them are in the camp, obviously talking to each other, eating, and possibly flirting. You never know. It's goblins. But what you do see is this weird frog fish looking thing sitting on a spit. Now, he's not dead, but he's just kind of there.
Tilts my head to the side and just shakes my head.
How can I make one of these guys do a roll? Not end session. Is it encounter? Okay. No, not it. Okay. I'll just roll a custom one because I don't know the stats on these guys. Where?
Let me see if I can roll the stealth. Nope. Never mind. I was going to try and roll a stealth
19. Okay.
to see if I could get in there.
Like,
But I'll
I
just
should
take my
not say
invest.
my rolls out loud. I just realized that.
No, please do.
This device only allows Minecraft to use 2 gigabytes.
One of the goblins instantly notices you and is shaking around a scimitar made out of wood, it looks like. As anyone, I highly doubt it. Athlin, you stay the fuck out of here because I know you have that spell.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Anyway, it's screaming at you in Goblin.
I know common, draconic, druidic, civilian, and undercommon.
Where do you find that?
In your
It would
character
be underneath
page,
your languages.
like on the
Yeah.
bottom left hand side.
Does Adelaide having telepathy count?
I would say no because they would still be talking in Goblin, and
Okay.
even in the mind, it would still be in Goblin.
Okay.
I have common, deep speech, elvish, Sylvian, and thieves can't. For languages.
Hmm. I don't have any of this. Are you still there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. None of us have it except for Ethelyn.
Okay, so Athlin, Are you really gonna risk? Not risk, because you got 17 spell slots. But are you gonna use a spell on comprehend languages?
I mean, it's a ritual, so
That makes it worse for me. All right.
Ha! Sorry.
yeah. Comprehend language.
Ah!
So after
Anyway,
after standing here for 10 minutes, this goblin sitting there shaking his scimitar at you, constantly screaming. Probably some tongue noises too, because why not? Uh, after I believe it's 10 minutes for the ritual spell to complete, right?
uh, comprehend language is 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So after 10 minutes of you guys not really budging and this goblin getting more and more angry with you not really doing anything, a few more of them are gonna come to the front, and once the spell finally completes, you hear, "Get out of here! This is our territory now! Leave or be our next meal!"
So what are they saying? Peyton?
They're telling us to get out, or we're gonna be their next meal. Is what they're saying.
Oh.
Hey Johnny, I DM'd you.
How come he gets sexy DMs? Oh yeah, because he's a dude.
Dick pics.
Of course.
Oh.
We can talk about that later.
Talk about your dick pics later. Yes.
No, it's something else.
Oh.
Uh, did I miss something?
No. I was just asking
Uh,
Apple and what they said, and I'm like, okay, now what do we do?
Well, are you guys
Obviously.
attacking? Are you leaving? What are you guys gonna
Well,
do?
we're not going to leave because we see some poor Frug stuck on a spit. And I might just be hungry for Goblin tonight. Goblin these nuts.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a satchel full of candied acorns.
I mean, Ethlyn has all her other spells, but I don't want to pull the party to do whatever. I don't just want to use her.
With
But can
I'm
my
gonna
wife
say,
turn into a dragon and just eat them?
you know what?
I like that.
Can she just do that? But don't eat bubbles.
Don't even.
Yeah, don't eat that one.
You know what? No, we're not gonna resort
Okay.
to. We're not gonna resort to
Okay.
Nagara going dragon form and eating the first goblin. No.
Okay.
However, I
No.
will say that if the fight gets too dire, because this was, like I said, this was meant to have more players. If it gets too dire, Peyton, you can use your extra spells.
Okay. Otherwise, Adelaide does have dissonant whispers, so maybe I could just make one of the goblins crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. It locked me in a room with rubber after crazy.
Crazy.
Yep. My thought process is if he starts going crazy, the other goblins are gonna pay more attention to him than to us.
Wait, I
But
got this crazy.
you
That
also
was crazy
have
one. You
the
locked me in a
warg
Walmart.
and a few other goblins.
Yeah, that's true. Otherwise, I got dancing lights.
Oh, it's so
Don't think
pretty.
that's gonna work out too well in the middle of the day.
Mateo has this spinny shield. It says
Any
it's
shield.
it says it's an ethereal barrier of spikes made of magical forces, imposes itself between you and an attacker. Until your next turn, you are hit by, or when you're hit by a melee attack, the barrier reduces the damage. So Mateo could put a barrier down, but it's a first level barrier.
Okay.
Oh, let me see.
Probably should get this.
I would say everyone get behind me for a few seconds.
It's behind the squirrel.
She's gonna cast lightning.
I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Moonbeam, 9th level.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this right now.
Let's try this again.
I don't think I have 9th level yet. But I have Entangle.
Where are you casting Entangle?
Forward from me. And it encompasses 90 feet. So pretty much everything, unfortunately, including bubbles.
What were
But
you trying to download?
he's already entangled that, actually. So everybody in front of me.
Okay,
Boop.
give me 1 second.
Why can't I cast it? Let me cast it. There it goes.
You said 90 feet?
Yeah. 90.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
In front
Yeah,
of me.
this. Hold on. Yeah, that. I don't know how to do this.
Because
Because this map is not designed for
let's
that,
say
but
it's 70 feet.
that 70 feet still too big for this map.
65
But
feet.
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say that you and well, actually no, because every square. God, well, that's a fucking cone. What the? We'll say that you didn't well, actually, I gotta.
Do you
I
want me
really wish I knew how to do that stuff.
Do you want me to try? Oops, sorry. Oops.
No, because I'm trying to figure out on how to do those
I just
rolls
want to
for
check.
them.
I'm just checking. Like this is just okay. So this would encompass everybody. How do you tell how many? That's 36 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So what, like,
The square. If we had the squares on this map, it would help a lot because every square is 5 feet.
because like when I take the ruler out and go over to like the
Eagle.
one, it's 60 some feet away. The farthest goblin, with the hobgoblin, the one like right above it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I'll cast Entangle because it's.
We'll just say that you entangle the ones in front of you and the few yeah, we'll say that's a decent size radius. We'll say that's it.
I'll go with this one.
So, I wish I, like I said, I wish I knew how to do this stuff.
That's okay.
Change side, no.
All I'm concerned is that I don't get
Why
my
is there a
party
party?
members,
Okay.
except for poor Bubbles there. But now he has double difficulties. For a small
Hold
group.
on.
kind of like the cone.
Uh,
I like how you did the cone instead of a circle, but I understand.
I did that.
Yay. I like that
I
though.
see.
I don't mind changing it over to a cone to get more.
okay. Well, we'll just start combat.
Well, that's fucking cool.
That is the
We'll
best.
hold on.
Why am I last?
Because you a
I-
bitch.
Because I just went.
We'll say that it's a surprise round, and that was your first turn. So
Let's see if I'm going last. My
I
first
need
turn.
to do the strength shit for them, but I don't know how to do that.
There. I'll agree to
We'll
that.
just say that they're in. We'll just say that they're entangled, because I'll have to figure that out later
Okay. The
with how
Hobgoblin,
scuff this is going.
Goblin E, and Goblin H are not. We'll say that they're not, but everybody else is.
Right
That'll be a good.
now,
I'll agree to that.
remember that one of the rules. You don't have to follow it heavily, but one of the rules is to flavor everything.
Flavor everything. Flavor Town.
Yeah, so with you doing entangling, you could say that the roots of the trees from nearby come and grab them. You could say that the vines from nearby wrap around them. Anything.
Well, yes, I want the vines from the trees to come through, but I want them to also drag a few mushrooms with them.
Okay.
So some of them get problems with some mushrooms. Stinky tofu mushrooms.
So we'll go from which ones were in the front to the back. So, um,
Goblin E.
Sasuke, for the surprise round, what do you do?
Alright, get out of the way here.
I mean, how far away are we? Roughly.
Um,
So you
for
are.
you, the closest one is 10 feet.
Yeah. Then the goblin. D is 10 feet from you. Goblin L is 15, and the top goblin is 13. The one like B is like 35, and then out. Bubbles is 41 feet from you.
So realistically, you could pretty much hit almost anyone
Yep.
as long as they're not
Yeah, I
behind
do have a
something.
bow. Short bow. Hmm.
Oh, that's in my touch. Okay.
I'll shoot one of them with a bow. Why not?
All right, roll to hit.
All right. D6 plus 2. And I don't see a fucking custom roll for that, I guess.
And it says right next to the weapon that you're using, like the longbow or whatever.
Short bow.
It says hit DC, and you press on that one.
I think I'm gonna save that for the next fight.
I Yeah, I don't see that on mine. I don't know what the fuck that does. So
It would be in
Once-
your actions.
Oh, okay. Well, that's damage. Where the fuck is mine? Oh, hit DC. There we go.
And that is to who?
Uh, let's do like the third closest goblin thing.
So Goblin L.
Yeah.
Your arrow flies towards Goblin L, but lands at his feet.
So close, but yet so far.
Do
Um,
you. Sorry to interrupt. Roz, do you only have phone?
Yeah, I only have a phone.
I was gonna say, do you have like a tablet or anything else?
Nope. I have a Switch.
That's not gonna work out in this situation.
Yeah, I know.
No, I was gonna ask if you had like a second phone or something to use, because I was gonna show my screen so you could have one to see everything
So
that's
I
going
have
on and another
the
one to.
Twitch. I have Johnny's Twitch stream and a minimized screen on top of my D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that'll work too. Okay.
I think there's a way to split screen on my phone. I just have not had a reason to actually look how to do that.
Yeah.
You find a flamingo. Okay.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. So Nagara is just going to sit there looking bored. To skip the turn due to her power level.
Okay.
Athlon, what are you going to do?
To make it fair, I will also use my longbow and
Do.
go for to hit. Which one is that again?
There's a lot of them.
Oh,
Motherfucking.
the damage one, right?
No, you have to do hit DC first. Unless you've done so already. No.
And a bear.
This one. Okay.
10, you
Okay.
get ready to shoot your arrow, but due to how clustered it is in this choke point, you let go of an arrow and it kind of whizzes by all the goblins.
Okay.
What are the children doing?
Beat their ass. That's what. Ugh. Just kidding.
Yeah, hobgoblins, step in that circle.
um, how would Adelaide's breath weapon work? It only gives me the option to click the damage.
So we would have to do an overlay for that. So depending on his positioning,
Okay.
Not that it works as a cone.
yeah, it works as a cone. So if he were
Okay.
to do it right now, that would be spraying almost everyone, including the party.
Okay. How
And so,
we're doing 5 feet, right?
5 feet for movement, yes.
Okay.
So you would have
I would
so you have
literally
to
believe
move
be
like this.
okay. Okay.
we have to
5
try and
feet
scale them
is
because the
literally
map's too small.
okay.
Yeah.
5 feet is there.
Let me move these guys over there.
She's going to use her breath weapon, which is white and gives cold damage.
White and gives cold damage.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. I
5
so
feet?
let me go back to the thing. 15 feet range.
Okay, right there. That's 15 feet.
So they would have to do a dexterity thing to see if they would avoid it, but because I'm fucking stupid and didn't prepare properly,
You're okay. It's
um,
a lot of new.
we're just gonna say that this auto hits, and those three are dead. You've, um, do you want to flavor on how Adelaide gets these three?
Um, how would I flavor ice?
You could say that they got frozen to statues where they are.
But they tripped and
Um,
then fell and shattered into pieces.
some of them could do that, yes.
Like one tripped and fell into the other, and those two shattered, and one just like a piece from them ricocheted off and shattered the other one.
Yeah.
Sure, we will go with that.
Do you want me to delete him for you, Johnny?
No, I got it. So the next one will be Mateo.
What does Mateo have?
It's nice because I got all the wargs. How long does this spell last? Okay, let's see.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Well, we'll leave those 3 dead, but I learned how to do the dex thing.
Mateo still has a longbow, so I could just do that. I'll just.
Oh my.
Well, it's giving me the option for Hunter's Mark or Unarmed Strike. It's not giving me an option to press the longbow.
That's weird.
What? What the hell?
Did you make sure your bow
Does
was equipped?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Nope. It was not equipped.
Go ahead and do that.
That's okay.
Won't penalize you for this one.
It's our
Okay,
first
so
I'm being very
learning
generous for
experience.
this.
that's what it looked like. Hit DC.
God damn. All right, who are you hitting?
Thank you, Mateo. My son. Okay. And then I have to roll the damage, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
7. All right. So who are you hitting? Who's getting that javelin shoved up their ass?
Yeah. The biggest
I
enemy of
can
all, Bubbles.
hit anyone, right? That's in the circle.
Yes, anyone within the circle right now you can hit. You can
Okay.
hit some of the ones outside of it too.
I will just go for F.
Pistons.
All right. And Goblin at 7. So Goblin F. Yeah, that dude's fucking dead. So, do you want to flavor how Mateo kills them?
Mateo arrow strikes the goblin in the eye. Blood pouring from his eye. Screams of pain as the wood can be heard exiting on the other side of his head. He drops dead.
All right. So now we're going to treat this as normal combat because the surprise round is over. So it is to you actually, Athlin.
Damn. Okay. Hold on. I will stick with my longbow for a hit DC. Okay. Does that hit?
Sorry, I was looking at something.
That's fine.
An 18, yes, that hits. Who are you
Okay.
hitting?
A? Question mark? Maybe?
Goblin A. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, what is with that? What's with that square?
It's arrow, bow and arrow.
Oh, okay.
Trajectory.
So you shoot this arrow into Goblin A, and give me 1 second. So you shoot this goblin, you shoot him directly into the chest, but he's heaving, he's trying to use his weapon to stand himself upright, but he is on the verge.
All right.
Next is the hobgoblin. Kind of caught off guard of seeing everything happening here, but not enough to be completely skipping his turn. He's going to aim for. He's going to aim for Adelaide.
This asshole.
How dare.
Yep.
So
How dare he
rude of
think he
him.
could?
Not like Nagara's just gonna push her to the ground or
I'm
kidding.
gonna beat his ass up.
That's kidding, Johnny.
I'm gonna scratch out his eyes with my tiny squirrel claws.
By my guess, Johnny's gonna DC here in a sec.
Yeah, probably his internet fucking it. It's okay, Johnny.
I only say that because he's no longer in the share chat.
Yeah.
Johnny, no! I have to know if my kid dies or not.
He'll be back in like a minute or so. It's just.
Well, Adelaide does not have a lot of health points. Fun fact. So
If it helps, I have 13.
Oh, I don't even know how I have 22. Bye, Johnny. I have 26.
Adelaide has 11, but Mateo has 18. Ethelyn still has 120, by the way. So that's why I don't really want to. It's more of just a chaperone that I don't want to overpower people with.
Johnny got a new follower today. He's up to 7. Everybody go follow Johnny.
Is this Twitch?
Twitch.
Is this Twitch still in the Discord?
I'll put
The
it
going live or channels?
right here. I'll just put it here for now, and then
I don't have a bot set for that.
Where is
Okay.
channels? Ew, this Fortnite, get out of here.
Johnny now has 8 followers. Ew.
Yay. Here's channels. Oh, there. I'll put it down in there for Jahani. I know Lynn was working on a picture from. Welcome back, Johnny.
Welcome back.
There we go.
Welcome
I'm back.
Don't forget to go live again and join
Yep.
chat.
I know it says that I'm still streaming.
Yeah, well, for a little bit, but you're off. You're not on. You gotta refresh. Tiki Tuki. My little Pacharitu is running across Mikey's stream.
Now he's at 9 followers.
Okay.
Good job, Johnny. Johnny's
Okay.
at 9 followers.
All right. So, Peyton, are you here?
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit on Adelaide?
Where would I find that?
It would be your AC armor class. Your armor class would be next to your initiative, underneath your walking speed.
Also, I hate to bother you, Johnny, but shared chat.
What?
You forgot to enter shared chat.
No, I didn't.
Shared.
I'm in shared.
Why is it not showing you?
Here.
Her armor class is 10 when you have a moment.
So that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
6 damage to Adelaide.
I wonder why it's doing that.
6?
6.
Oh,
This man is gonna pay with his life, and I'm gonna steal hair from his body.
damn.
Now that I know how to do this stuff, the combat's going to get a little more difficult. So,
Just kidding.
Yeah, for these guys, they're entangled.
right, but they still have to make a strength saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Oops.
There's your Bubby. There's your Dunkers. Hi, Bubs. You're okay. Hey, old man.
Hold on, strength
You're okay, Bubs.
saving throw.
I love
Okay, I see. So, Warg A, 16, does that break out of entanglement?
you.
Oh, that's a save?
Entanglement. Uh, Save is 12.
Okay, so the Warg is free then.
Motherfucker.
So, this Warg,
If he wants to fight.
Warg A, it sees Agnes as a squeaky toy. Just real quick, does entanglement area count as difficult terrain?
Yes. These
Okay.
plants turn a ground into area into difficult terrain. That's why I'm like that is because I remember telling the hobgoblin to step up in this circle, see what happens.
Okay, well that doesn't really matter because this thing wants you.
Oh.
So it is going to make a bite attack on you.
Be gentle. Be a gentle Winchin.
So yeah, give me 1 second. So that and that plus that. Okay, 12. Okay, so cheeky.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we do crit rules?
Yeah.
So I got a crit.
Fuck.
So that's 12 plus 3.
So it's 15.
12. Yeah, it's 15 damage.
You want to hurt my heart, don't you?
So we're going to go to the next warg.
What was my thing? 26. Shit. 26 minus 15.
Yeah, probably should wait actually.
Wait for what? Peyton?
Oh no, I was waiting for you to get your stuff figured out.
Yeah, I just have 11 hit points left.
Okay. So Warg B is going to make a saving throw. He breaks out of the entanglement.
How this fucking works?
But due to the difficult terrain, which is reducing its speed, can only really move about here. So now is the next warg. It is still entangled.
Ha! Nerd. This
We will go
warg.
next. Bubbles, are you gonna try and do anything?
What do I do to try escaping?
That would be a strength saving throw.
strength saving throw?
I would say yes. Yeah, because in order to get out of grapple, you have to do a strength saving. Okay, so these goblins don't know how to tie for shit. So the ropes literally just slide off of you. It's either that or because of your mucus. Either way, you are now free.
I think it's the mucus. Sorry.
As I slide off, I just. You guys just hear my character make like a gurgling noise and just throws up a bag.
Nice.
And then 1d10, Johnny?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't have the wheel set up for you, so do that.
The wheel of mythicality.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What would that give me?
I don't know if that's on your list.
Longbow.
Aren't existing. His
So you
face
guys
is
just
gone.
see me pull out a giant seahorse with a string attached to both its mouth and its lower tail.
Interesting.
And
Squeak, squeak.
I am going to target Warg A.
Okay. Roll for damage. As you pick up this seahorse and get a coral arrow ready to launch out of it, you shoot this warg straight into the back. And
Right into its anus.
okay, fine, it can be in the anus.
Poor thing.
It's straight into the anus. It's still able to stand, but it is not happy.
Well, I mean, same.
God,
I
you
mean,
vicious fuck. Thank God I got that bag out of my throat.
I should have been asking this before, but I don't think a lot of people have anything else they can do on bonus actions. So is anything you can do on your bonus actions or no?
Let me double check.
wait, we get bonus actions? How do we know?
So you have action, movement, and bonus action.
Oh.
Bonus actions are kind of like sneak, hot. Actually, no. I think that's only to rogues where they can use that as a bonus action.
My shillelagh is a
There's
touch
not a whole
bonus
lot of
action.
things that are bonus actionable.
I have
Sadly, no. I can only use second wind, and I do not want to use that yet.
Okay.
The only bonus action I have is 2-weapon fighting.
Uh-huh.
Or actions in combat, I have sneak attack.
Mateo.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm eating a Pop Tart.
Fair enough.
Um,
Hmm.
I'll try. I'll do the longbow again towards a.
Roll to hit. Um, roll damage. So, how do you want to finish this goblin off?
Warg?
Oh, warg. I thought you said goblin. My bad.
No, the warg that's trying to chomp at Agnes.
Okay, well, you still hit either way.
Oh, right.
9 damage. Give me 1 second. You shoot this warg straight into one of its eyes, but it's still able to stand on its legs. But it's visibly trembling. Like it's struggling to stay alive, trying to stay up. Goblin A. Let's see if you can break out of here, little buddy. It's 15. Does that break out of it, Cheeky?
Yep, it's 12.
Alright. And then what's half of 30?
15.
15. Thank you. Glad there's some math whiz in here.
Yeah,
So
not the
there.
cashier or anything. No.
About here.
I work at a
Let's
pizza place, so I should not be the one to be able to math. Whoa.
Meth.
Alright,
Yeah.
there is. Fuck, what was the range thing? If you have disadvantage, what was it?
Hmm?
If you're within 10 feet of it? I remember, I'll have to look at it.
I found a smoker.
Oh.
Goblin A sees what you're doing
On a bucket.
and is going to make a ranged attack on you. Does a 20 hit?
Who?
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Sorry, I was trying to take a piss.
How rude.
Just do like Zach does and
Didn't
be
take
on
us with
stream.
us? Like, what the hell, dude?
Oh, there's
Supposed to
I
get
have
that
a
fresh
15.
lemonade.
fence around you.
My AC is a 15.
Okay. It does 8 damage to you. It shoots this crudely made arrow straight into your thigh.
How could
Rude.
I only have 5 HP left.
it?
Next is Goblin B. It stays entangled. Next. Goblin E. This one is almost wrapped up like a mummy.
Loser.
This one's not doing any better either. This one's in the same state as E. So is Goblin I. Oh, wait. Oh, I fucked up. Whatever. We'll roll with it. It's fine. Two of them are not even within the entanglement. We'll just say the two that are outside of the entanglement are just too busy eating meat in the corner.
Yeah, they're like
What kind of meat, Johnny? What kind of meat?
the
You know
eggplant.
what kind of meat.
Okay.
The eggplant that Johnny harvested up
A
top.
female's thigh.
Oh.
Sounds about right.
Goblin J has redeemed most of its clan now, or what's going to be left of it, seems like.
It's a female child's thigh.
Okay.
It can go here. And it's going to... It is going to take aim at Sasuke.
How dare.
Oh,
Does an 11 hit?
no.
The arrow whizzes past you, almost hitting Mateo, but not hitting Mateo either.
Rude.
Hey, he missed by one. He was close.
Goblin K stays entangled. Sasuke, it is now your turn.
Right? Give me uno momento.
Un momento, por favor, señor.
Let's see. Let me actually rotate my screen here.
Uno momento, mio papi.
I'm gonna try and shoot. Is that a H or a B? I can't fucking tell.
Uh,
Where?
which one?
It's the top of the circle. The
This
top
one?
of the
Is it goblin or a
the top
warg?
of. It's a goblin B, I think, above goblin I.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Goblin B.
Okay. I'm gonna try and shoot that one with my short bow. I can't even tell what that was. Okay.
14 to Goblin B. The arrow you release whizzes by and hits into one of the support beams next to Goblin B.
Bruh.
In character.
Adelaide, you precious little child, what are you gonna do?
Oh, that's not creepy at all, Herbert the pervert.
The only thing that she can do is the breath weapon. So,
Don't do this to the squirrel.
well, I was going to tell Agnes to move politely.
She can't move until it's her next turn.
Yeah, and
Damn.
I'm kind of in a
Hold on.
warg's mouth. But you
Hold
can go
on.
this
Let me
way
get.
with it.
Yeah. Or I can move.
You can just hit everyone.
Hold
Oh,
on.
no bubbles.
I can move Adelaide here with the 5 ruler. Where does that get me?
Oh,
Are you in
shit,
range?
shit. Hang on.
For the cone?
Yeah, for the cone.
What is the cone's feet? 15?
Yeah, it's 15.
This is 15.
I would say you're able to hit the second warg at best with your breath rage.
Okay. I will do that. Is Agnes in the way?
No, Agnes is out of the way. She's currently being torn apart by one of the wargs, but your breath attack is going to be able to hit like the backside of it as it's got its back turned. 8 damage. Alright, give me 1 second. So that's both warg A and B. That's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
There's Constitution underneath it.
A constitution save.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the number I have to beat?
10.
10? Alright, so Warg A takes the full damage, which was 6. So this one is dead. Warg A has... You froze Warg A with your breath. Let's see, Warg B. I'll just remove him. I was going to make a black circle around him, but... And then Warg B, Constitution. This one saves, so it's going to take half of the damage, which is 4.
I'm just laying over the, like, one of the sticks, like,
It is now Nagara's turn. She's looking at what's going on, still kind of disinterested, kind of relating to how her sister acts in situations. So she's just going to skip her turn as well. It is now finally the squirrel's turn.
I am going to use my crossbow. I hit the DC first, right?
Yes.
Fuck!
What are you trying to hit?
A warg. Beh.
Which one?
The beh. B. Right in front of me.
Me?
Yep.
You actually land a hit on it.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. So you did 10 damage.
Yeah.
So you shoot this warg straight into the chest. It's able to stand, but it's not looking very good.
That's what you get. Nerd.
That's not the one that chewed you.
So. It's trying to come
Top
for
of the
me.
round. Athlin.
Just spawned on the fucking head. Now it's over. Oh boy.
Where did my axes go?
Where did you get that from? That just spawned.
Hmm.
The ogre. Mm-hmm.
What's the highest level I'm able to go? Like a 3 or a 2?
I would say go with 2.
2? Okay. Can I cast my moonbeam on Hobgoblin?
What's the thing I have to roll for that?
I did not mean to hit you if I did. I'm sorry.
Con.
Con. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What's the number I have to be?
17.
So he fails. So go ahead and laser beam him.
But with a whole 5.
5 whole damage.
Wow.
Right to his face
Jeez.
also.
You send this beam of light directly on top of this hobgoblin. He gets roasted pretty well, actually, but he's able to continue to stand.
Get cooked, nerd.
It is now his turn. Seeing that you were the reason why he just got toasted, he's gonna aim for you now.
That's fine.
Nerd,
Does
what
a
army?
22 hit?
A 22? Yeah.
You take 9 damage. He arcs his bow just enough to where he can get you straight into the shoulder.
That's okay.
That's
I'll live.
okay.
I'll
It's not like
live.
I have health or anything.
Touch my fucking kids, man.
Johnny quit
Warg
trying to kill us
B.
right away. Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
You
That
got a
sounds
surprise round and half a round where I didn't know how to do saves. I think you guys are doing great.
Why don't I have any?
Let's see.
You guys are doing great.
50, so that's... What was it?
I couldn't pick anything up anyways to get everything.
25. Okay. So Warg B... 25. Is going to go for Sasuke.
Okay.
And is going to make a bite attack.
pinky.
Daisuke.
Just kidding.
Does 9 hit.
No.
It's 10 feet.
All right. Warg C. I remember Warg C still being stuck, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
And it's still stuck. Bubbles, what you doing?
Where'd you go?
Spanking your penis.
Oh
Mm,
boy.
jerking the
With
gherkin.
extra mucus, right?
Okay. That's right.
Welcome to DnD with us, Russ.
Yeah.
You're going to see San okay a lot.
Alright. Found you.
What do I use to move through terrain?
With you being already on the spit, I'm gonna count for you that you've avoided the initial entanglement, but it's still like thorny, mushroomy vines, so it's gonna be half movement.
He can jump on the mushrooms.
I wouldn't be able to
No,
use any of my skills like acrobatics or anything like that to actually,
Alright.
or like survival or anything.
no. Since it's a magical nature growth,
Ooh.
I wouldn't think that would be you would be able to do so.
But there's
Okay.
Run a golden
mushrooms.
horse on us.
So my movement's halved then, right?
Yes. You still have the movement that I'm going with is the full movement,
You gotta go
so
all the way up.
your movement is like
So
15.
I would be 15.
That's if you're 30 or 35, whatever is the highest one. Because I know you a tall frog.
Oh, I'm so tall, man. Too tall for me. I'm a squirrel.
I'm a squirrel.
I'm a squirrel.
I'm a
I'm a frog.
snake.
I'm a party
I'm a
frog.
snake, a little snake. Just kidding.
I'm not gonna question.
Yeah. A
What?
snake, a snack.
I'm just a snake. Snake.
I am gonna shoot the goblin a.
Roll to hit.
That's my plan.
You take another coral arrow from your mysterious bag.
Coral.
You take aim and shoot, but your aim must
Oh.
be off. The crosshairs are a little wacky on the seahorse for some reason, and you miss Goblin A.
I just stare at the seahorse's eyes like, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
You hit the first one, but you don't hit the. I mean, it is a small goblin.
Mateo.
Mateo. My wait, hold on.
No.
Is it? Yeah, no. I'm just gonna do the longbow again
No, it
for
doesn't.
so rolling the hit DC.
That's a natural 20. Good job, Mateo. So we already let's
The
go ahead
ward.
and do damage, but we do on double damage automatically. So
Okay.
2d8, so let's see. 8 plus 8. 16 plus a 4. It's 20. And that's on which ward?
B.
I knew it.
So
Trying
how
to
do you
get.
want to kill this thing?
Is it just one arrow or two?
Sun's going down.
Because if it's one arrow, then there's a way that
Here.
I can describe it. Otherwise, if it's two arrows, then I can describe it a different way.
Uh,
Johnny's not in their shared chat. The chat.
I'm going to say it's the 2 arrows. That's what makes sense to me.
Okay. Well, I didn't think for the 2 arrows. I thought the one, but that's okay. The one arrow, while the warg's mouth is agape, goes straight through its mouth and slowly just travels all the way out its booty hole. Ripping everything. The second one
Rip and tear.
The second one can go up its nose and go straight for its brain.
Yeah, Pinky,
Fuck, I'm a bobble.
brain.
Straight for its
Yeah.
throat cage.
Yeah.
So that warg is no longer existent.
We better get good
Uh,
pay for this, guys. I'm all crinkled up like a dried up spider on the ground, but I'm like, we better get good pay.
this goblin is going to move up to here. Let's see. What is he gonna do?
What's
He's
the
too far away.
goblin gonna do?
What is he gonna
What's
do?
gonna happen? Oh my.
He's gonna aim for Mateo.
My son.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Mateo takes an arrow to the knee for 6 damage.
6. Damn. Okay.
Goblin B. Quick question, Cheeky. How long does entanglement last?
That's a good question. Next question.
That's Wolfsmith.
Alright, so Goblin B, 16. That's a 15 to beat, so it's free now. It's not as mummified as it used to be.
So I guess concentration up to what 1 minute?
So technically, with you being thrown around as a squeaky toy, you should have made a Constitution throw.
Oh. Well, I can customize it.
That's fine. We'll leave it. We'll work on it better.
Yeah, we'll get it polished out after this.
Goblin B is gonna take out its short bow, and it's gonna aim for. It's gonna aim for Ath. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
You take a whopping 4 damage.
Wow.
No.
Goblin E. Goblin E finally sees what's going on and is deciding to go over in this direction over here. How much movement? 30.
He is not in the danger circle, so he can have his full movement.
He's gonna run over in this direction. Seeing all of his buddies being wrapped in mushroomy vines is very off-putting to him.
Hasn't for a while.
I mean, they could always just run away, just leave the fight.
It's all with random.
These are
crap, so-
goblins. Do you think they're gonna run?
Yeah, he ran away a bit.
He makes the direct save, so he gets to move. So Goblin G gonna run up next to his buddy. Gonna make a ranged attack. He's
So
gonna
what?
aim for the squirrel.
What? So right now, only ones in capsule are Goblin K, I, and the Warg.
Yes.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
Uh, where would I find that?
It would be your armor class.
My armor class is 15.
So that means I would hit.
Okay.
This warg shoots an arrow, or not warg. This is a goblin. This goblin shoots an arrow straight into your tail for 7 damage.
Holy shit.
Goblin H sees Goblin E running off, so he decides to join him on the escapade. Goblin I. He's still mummified, so he can't do anything. Goblin J, where are you, bud? There you are. You are actually on the move, but you only move 15 feet. So, he's going to go up to Bubbles, and he is going to make a scimitar attack. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Right, he tries to swing, but as he tries to make contact, but as soon as the sword touches you, it just kind of slides off due to the mucus.
Motherfucker.
Goblin K.
Fuck.
Needs to be above a
He's still
12.
mummified.
Yeah, okay.
It is now Sasuke's turn.
All right. Look at this. I'm gonna try again. We're trying the shoot number B, letter B. Jesus fuck of goblin.
Roll to hit.
Well,
God, okay. All right, that's a critical. All right. Roll your
Mhm.
damage for me so I can do the calculations.
Do the
All right,
myth.
so 6, that's 12 plus 2, that's 14. So you do 14 damage to Goblin B. How do you want to finish him off?
Um, that's a very good question. The arrow is going to hit him right in the dick and go out his ass.
All right, so we're pulling a sniper elite. Got it. So
Get attacked by
as the
goblin.
arrow, it looks like it's going to hit him straight in the head, but due to aimbot, it just goes straight for his dick, out of his ass, and he's just wailing and screaming as his testicles roll away.
It looks like it's gonna go for the head, but not the head you were thinking it's gonna go to.
Mm,
that's true.
It is now Adelaide's turn.
Fucking aimbot.
If I can click on the right character.
I
That's
swear,
okay.
if it's breath attack again, I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want.
Well, Adelaide only has her breath attack.
they have a giant bear.
Yeah,
What?
it's literally breath attack or unarmed strike because Evelyn didn't give her a dagger yet. That's still in her pocket. Okay.
This is just range.
Okay, I'll probably just go for A.
And that's a constitution throw.
Yeah,
I have to beat what?
10.
I beat it, so I take half, so roll your damage.
What's your damage?
Okay, so how do you want to finish this one off?
Just kidding. I don't know if my mic picked that up.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, it did. So you want your daughter to freeze queef on the goblin air. Got it.
Oh my
I
god.
like that.
Sure.
Are you really gonna let me get away with that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she breathes on him, but as the ice finally encapsulates his whole body, he just becomes a statue. He's not going to break.
Okay.
But
Kiki, how do you do that thing with the ring? Oh, never mind. I see it. Sorry. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. We're just gonna skip directly over Nagara because she doesn't give a fuck. Agnes.
Woo, it's me. Uh, I have a bow and arrow. I am going to
So
go
does a
for.
lot of the party.
Oh, so Goblin A is pretty much dead but frozen, right?
Yes, Goblin A is dead. It's gone.
Oh,
It's a statue.
oh okay.
It didn't break.
Okay. Because now I have a problem with wargs. I'm gonna go for the warg.
You know
I'm
what? I'm
not
gonna
going for the
answer my
warg.
own question real quick.
I'm probably gonna end up leaving soon just because it is past 3 in the morning.
And we're almost done.
Yeah, as soon as we beat these guys up. So does 11 hit?
11 for a warg.
Mm-hmm.
Your arrow whizzes right by this warg.
I'm still rolling damage. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I am, but don't pay attention to it. Oh, that was a good damage. My sadness is
Up to
palpable.
1 minute. What's 1 minute in DnD? Ten rounds in combat. Okay. God damn. All right.
1 minute is 10 rounds?
Yeah. No. I looked at entanglement
Yeah.
to see how long it lasts. It lasts for 1 minute, and 1 minute in D&D battle is 10 rounds.
That's what I mean, yeah.
All right, back to Athlon.
I'm going to try to keep the hobgoblin's attention on me. So he gets another moonbeam.
Another movie.
Mimic to the face.
Constitution and 17.
Constitution 17. I got a 13. That means I fucking fail.
Good.
Imagine.
Dragons.
4 damage. Ethlyn, you fucking suck, bro. Come
So
on.
you send down another beam of light on top of him, and he's almost that infamous scene from Dragon Ball Z in that fetal position, but he's still able to get himself back up very weakly, though.
That's fine.
It is now his turn.
He still wants to fight?
You're being toasted like a marshmallow?
You know what? Did you say that in character?
In Ethelyn, yeah. That's basically what I did. I toasted him like a fucking marshmallow.
No, I'm saying for Cheeky saying her comment.
Yeah, but I only have 4 hit
All
points.
right, so the hobgoblin is
No!
going to hear this little squirrel talking shit. He don't like it.
Bro, I only have 4 points left.
There's an 11
Do I?
hit.
No, I'm level 15.
Level 15.
Or like armor class 15. I'm level 3. Armor class 15. I have
So
full.
due to his fury, because of the squirrel talking shit, he tries to take aim and shoot because this entanglement lasts for an entire 10 fucking rounds and he doesn't know what else to do. He tries to shoot the squirrel, but due to his rage, he misses.
Yeah,
Next is the warg.
sucks my nuts.
Finally busting of the out of the vines that it's been wrapped up in this entire time.
At any moment, any of you could run away to safety. We don't have to kill all of you. Or do we?
The warg's gonna run over here, about here, and it can't really do anything though.
That's right, Hooker.
Bubbles. Bubbles.
Bubbles?
Mikey?
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
I'm here. I'm thinking of shit I have to do.
Okay, sorry.
What you doing, Bubbles?
Go fuck yourself,
I'm
Cheese.
sorry.
Hey, listen, I'm a pile of squirrel on the ground right now. One little leg up in the air twitching.
Heck.
Heck. I'm still
Thank
throwing
you.
shit across the field though.
Did you disengage?
Yes, I forgot I was fighting the J.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll?
For what?
Disengaging?
You don't have to roll for anything
I
for
don't? Okay.
disengaging. No.
No, I was wanting to get further, and then I was gonna fight or shoot J.
Roll to hit. Ooh, nice. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, 2d8 plus 4. Plus 4. Another 20. How do you want to kill Jay?
Here we go.
Uh, don't worry about that. I am pretty much gonna shoot it in the stomach, going right through.
As you ready another coral arrow, you aim straight for the center mass, and this goblin's hefty, so it's super easy. And you just immediately impale him, going right through him, instantly killing him. It is now Mateo's turn.
All right, Mateo, we're going to longbow the hobgoblin.
Roll to hit. Okay. So
Yeah.
you didn't have to like overstep the AC like
no
that.
need
But
for
okay.
a nasty 20, but you
Roll your
know.
damage.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you want to kill the hobgoblin?
Um. Um. The arrow shoots up into the sky. Nowhere to be seen. It comes straight down, impaling him right into the head. He falls. Bit
Blech.
onto the ground.
N-
Yeah. That's how he goes.
Yeah, he's gone. He only had 2 HP left.
Good. Be gone.
Goblin E.
Be gone, thought.
He is good. Just gonna keep on running in a direction. Not this direct path, but he ends up here. And he is gonna take pot shot at Adelaide.
Okay.
Um, but because of Adelaide being super fucking small and being in such a dangerous environment, who knows where their parents are, he completely misses the child. Goblin G. Goblin G is just gonna try and aim for bubbles right away. Does a 22 hit?
Yes. No.
The arrow shoots
No.
into your stomach and you take 4 damage.
No.
No.
Stop bullying him.
And he still has movement to use, so he's going to use half of his movement. Get about here.
I'm at 1 HP.
It is Goblin H's turn. And he is going to try and follow his best butt buddy. And he's going to end up behind these crates. He doesn't have a very good clear shot on anything, so he's just going to end his turn.
Me after this fight.
Goblin Eye looks like you were stuck here, so and he's still stuck here. All right, next, Goblin K. He's also still stuck there. Sasuke.
I'm going to try and shoot Goblin G.
Roll to hit.
In a memento for me to go back into my app, which is somewhere. Here we go.
13 on Goblin G. Unfortunately, your arrow whizzes right next to him. It is now Ice Breath.
Yup, you already know. 10 for Constitution.
You're just gonna deep freeze the Goblin you already have frozen.
That's fine.
Oh wait, there's 2 above you.
No. They almost
Goblin
killed.
G
They almost
comps.
killed Bubbles.
Because you
That's
could.
a 6, so I failed that. So that's 5 damage to this dude. This goblin is shivering due to the cold, but it is still standing yet.
Oh, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
squirrel. The warg.
I
that
love
warg.
that it made your vendetta against wargs now. You do 10 damage. Alright. You shoot the warg into one of its legs, but it's still able to stand.
I'll shoot all 4 legs. Actually, all 5 legs you got, boy.
Athlin, your turn.
Um, you know, Moonbeam has not been my best friend, so we're gonna do Longbow.
I thought you were just gonna say we're gonna do Moonbeam.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Moonbeam's
What are you
not
hitting?
my favorite, so Moonbeam.
But this
Let's
could have been
do
the time.
G.
Alright.
This could have been
Gee,
the time.
Willikers, Batman.
So, as you shoot this arrow, he's too frozen inside to even move, and he just gets completely impaled by this arrow as G falls to the ground dead.
Sweet.
It is now the warg's turn.
Like work. There's a nice goblin popsicle in front of you to chew on.
What was it? 50 feet. Divide that, so that's 15. Yeah, it still can't really go anywhere. So it's gonna go about here, next to the ice statue.
Could chew on it
Like,
a little bit.
licks it.
No, doesn't lick it.
Oh,
Alright, Bubbles, our one
Licks it
standing
right up the
guardian.
crack.
okay.
What are you doing, Bubbles? What are you doing, Bubbles?
I'm
Bubbles doing
going
bubbles.
to.
Mr. Bubbles.
If I was to walk out of the circle, I'd only have like 20 walk speed, right?
I would say yes, because technically you would be moving out of a square, which would be already reducing your speed, but then you would go back to normal. So
Temptation to use Cheeky as a body shield.
I have
Or
4 hit points left, motherfucker.
he's got
I have
one.
one.
Oh my god.
um,
Throw something at that warg, otherwise it's gonna come after both of us.
that's. I was just about to say, I am going to try attacking the warg.
This has nothing to do with my personal vendetta against wargs.
It is.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I just don't
A
want to die.
12 towards the warg. You just miss hitting the warg, like you
Fuck.
almost impaled one of his toes.
And then I am going to use my second wind. Regen 1d10 plus 1 HP. So, do I roll a 1d10?
I think you should have an option to do so already. If not, go ahead. 9, so you got 10 hit points back, so you're almost back to max HP, actually.
And I'm just over here sitting
And
at
then
4.
I am gonna move in the middle of the group. Hello.
Hey.
Alright, Mateo's turn.
Woo! Longbow. Probably not.
Mateo's shot finally misses.
Damn.
Goblin E. He doesn't have a whole lot of room. So he's just gonna go for another arrow attack. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He could fight me, but he's a bitch, so I don't know.
You know what? Just for that, Agnes is getting shot.
What?
No.
I'm
Insane.
kidding. I'm not gonna aim, or am I?
Oh,
No.
goddamn
No, I'm
aim
not.
bot.
Sasuke is gonna get shot at. Never mind. The arrow's gonna go past Sasuke.
Oh my
Bad.
god. Sasuke ducked at
Uh,
the right time.
Goblin H is gonna find a way on top of these crates,
Fell off and get
and
spiked in the throat.
it's gonna, with the height advantage, is gonna have advantage on its next attack, which is gonna be on Mateo. So he tries to take a shot, but he still misses. Maybe the height elevation change messed with him or not. No one really knows. All we know is that he's a complete failure in life.
Mood.
Goblin Eye. Goblin Eye finally breaks out of the entanglement.
Took long enough.
Alright. Welcome to the party. Everyone's almost
Yeah.
dead.
And then he is going to aim for Adelaide.
What?
Okay.
Does a 13 hit on Adelaide?
Yeah.
Johnny, don't make
4
things.
damage. So anyway,
Johnny, be nice.
Goblin K needs to make a
Johnny, be good.
throwing. Finally breaks out as well.
So everybody's at the.
Yes, everyone is finally out. The difficult terrain is still active for them, but they're finally all out. Uh, Goblin K is going to aim for Bubbles.
Bubbles.
The 16 hit.
Fuck you.
You take 7 damage, Bubbles.
Son of a
I think
bitch.
so far I'm the only person not to get actually hit.
Well, about that. That could change anything.
About that. It's actually your turn, Sasuke.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at the warg.
Alright,
I
roll to
get
hit. Do damage. 7 damage. Solid. You shoot this warg into one of its other legs, but it's still able to continue standing.
What the hell is this work made of?
Adelaide, it is your turn now.
Woo! Frozen breath. We're gonna go for the warg.
Bam.
Yeah. that one
Do
goblin
your
is
damage.
literally just getting ultra frozen.
Alright, so how do you want to kill this warg?
Yay!
The warg freezes,
Squonk, squonk, squonk.
and with the amount of force of the freeze, it slowly begins to crack and shatter, and it also shatters the other goblin.
All right.
You last four still gonna give us a go?
All right. Squirrel.
Alright. Goblin E. Does it?
The arrow hits the makeshift wooden fencing next to him.
Mother ape ass.
Athlan.
Well, I am almost dead, so I'm a pile of crinkle on the ground.
Mm,
Moonbeam.
shut the fuck up, because that's exactly what I'm looking at right now. Okay, this is my last moonbeam for the second. Constitution 17.
On which one?
E? Yeah, we'll go E.
With how close both E and H are, we'll consider that both of them are getting hit.
Okay.
Constitution of 17, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Goblin E takes the full damage. He instantly disintegrates as soon as Moonbeam hits him.
God bless Moonbeam! Alright.
And then, let's see, Goblin H, Con 13. That is not enough. He also disintegrates immediately.
Get him the fuck out of here. He's being rude.
Bubbles.
I'm gonna shoot Goblin Eye
Roll to hit.
in the face.
In the face. Alright. Roll for damage.
In the face. Face.
Oh, sorry. It just showed up now. Okay, 12. How do you want to kill this thing?
In the face.
Alright. Well, considering these things don't have whites for eyes, you aim between the red of the eyes and you just instantly destroy this goblin's head. And in the process of doing so, the coral arrow gets stuck the inside of the goblin and it explodes, shattering not only the skull fragments but also the coral fragments around him. Mateo. The arrow misses.
Damn. How rude. Just kidding.
It is now the goblin's turn, and for once, they finally say something,
Oop, I didn't
but they
mean to
don't
move the
say it.
circle.
They don't say it in goblin. They say it in common, and it says, "I'm gonna fucking kill that squirrel."
What the fuck, man?
Join the dark side. We
Does
have
an 18
cookies.
hit?
Yes!
Oh, it does. Okay. It does 5 damage.
I'm dead!
No,
Plus
you're
one!
unconscious.
Plus one!
You're unconscious.
I'm a squish squirrel. I'm squirrel stew right now.
Sasuke, are you gonna take that from that goblin?
No, I'm gonna go try and hit it with the arrow.
Hit it or quit it.
Nope.
Yeah, your arrow misses. Which, by the way, this also goes away with the concentration being knocked away from Agnes.
Oh,
God damn it.
Adelaide.
Hold on. Let me. How much is 15?
There is a ruler feature that you can use that will show you. So
Not enough. Okay. Adelaide does have a bow. Hold on.
just pick up Adelaide and throw her at him.
No! She's at 1 health point. I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Well,
you
you have a
guys got a
crippled squirrel
point.
next to you.
You
Huh?
got a dead fucking squirrel next to you.
No!
You're not even dead.
unconscious.
Totally dead.
You're unconscious. You still have 3
Oh yeah,
that
like
misses.
Pokemon, I'm
Yeah.
fainted. Right.
Yeah, you fainted. You have to do. You have to do saving throws to see if you can get yourself back up or not.
What do I do?
Let me see on where that is. I don't really. Just do a custom 20.
Bam.
Not yet, though.
Oh.
Yet, though.
Okay, then don't count that one.
Okay.
That's an eyeball.
Oh, saving throws right here. Oh no, wait.
It has to be a death saving throw.
To make a saving throw, roll a d20 and add the appropriate.
Hmm. Okay then.
You can't add anything to a death saving throw. At least I don't believe you can.
Well, what if we do strength or what is it? Constitution.
No.
Our whole body's been in pain.
So
Listen, I'm gonna claim that 12 that you rolled earlier as a success. All right, just to
okay.
make it simpler.
Okay. Figure it out later.
All right, Athlin, get revenge for your freshly employed squirrel.
Freshly employed squish squirrel.
If I use my message, because it's a cantrip, can I just tell him to kill himself?
Mood.
You know what? Go for it and make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. P. That's perception. Hold on. I don't know about that one.
So as you send this message,